¿Qué pasa, familia de dinero? I am your host, Champion El Dinero, and I'm a truck driver taking a detour towards wealth, and I hope that you join me on my journey. If you're a returning viewer, subscriber, and you're already a part of the Familia de Dinero, you should hit that like button right now. I appreciate it. It pushes out the video and gets people away from those people that are trying to get those to buy Holo without even really considering all of the facts, which we'll go over in this video. Also gonna give out shout outs to everybody that has already laid down a comment on my previous videos, joined the Discord, and even bought the fantasy penny stock football sheet. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Let's get into the shout outs and then we'll get to the main event here coming up. First shout out, and I hope I say your name right, but I probably won't, but I'm going to spell it out, then I'm going to attempt it. Y-I-O-T-A, and I'm going to say Yoda or Yada. I'm going to say that, or Yoda. If you could enunciate it in the comments, big shout out. If we can get some hand claps in the room. Thank you so much, not for only just joining the Discord, but also purchasing the fantasy penny stock football diagram. And I'll be making that video today. You know, I worked a 13-hour shift. My voice is going away, but I am committed to this community, seriously, because I really appreciate each and everybody that has dedicated their time in order to click on this video, to be a part of this, also the Discord, and also to purchase items that I create for you guys to keep track of your penny stocks in a fun and efficient way. So not only that, but we also had Solid Shark Nirvana join the Discord last night. Thank you so much. We also had Pab Slev. Shout out to you. Thank you so much. We also have R133. Shout out to you. Thank you so much for joining. And then Disciple 1. Shout out to everybody. And people been conversating on Discord. It's revived. I loved it. I love it. And I was in there. We were talking. You know, we have an individual that's sharing MicroCloud hologram on the Chinese website and how different it is. So I got to do my research in that. But let's go ahead and really talk about a few things. Now, I talked about my top 5 stocks, and we review it on Sunday with the fantasy penny stock football. When we do that, pretty much I review all my penny stocks, my predictions on how they're going to move and how I'm going to move them and how things change. And trust me, I had to kick one person off the team. So we have news from Polestar. All right, we're going to get to Holo. I know you're impatient. Give me a second. We got news from Polestar. All of this lines up for a purpose. Polestar fully compliant with NASDAQ listing rules. Woo. Okay, so I talked about that in my top 5 stocks. It's now up there. Congratulations to anybody that's holding Polestar. FFIE, Faraday Future Intelligent Electric, execute reverse split and stock surges 30%. That was 2 days ago. All right, so I was a part of that, but I'm really just holding for a long term because I can see the company truly turn it around, and there's a lot more than $14, $15, $20, $50, whatever. Applied DNA regains compliance with NASDAQ minimum bid price requirement. So why did I bring up all of these other ones? These are stocks, penny stocks that I told you about, that they are garnering results even when the market is at a stress level, and we've seen the Fed cut 50 points. You have big investors kind of saying, they want to minimize their risk right now. So they're not going to dive into the penny stocks. They're not going to put thousands, millions into these things until they can see a upside. Now, it's possible that they start funneling their money into penny stocks, more like Applied DNA, FFIE, all these other companies. But one that has been losing trust is MicroCloud Hologram. This individual, this company, had many chances to do the same as Applied DNA, same as Faraday, and same as Polestar. It had the same opportunity. They even got up to 70% without any news. But when they decided to launch the news, they knew exactly what they were doing. They did the conversion notes and said, nah, you know what, let's push it down. Today was very interesting. Most stocks that were memes or anything like that, they were in the green. Even MicroCloud at one point decided to go in the green. But for some reason, there was some sudden push to say, nah, it's not happening. There was a push to say MicroCloud Hologram is not going to be going on the upswing. Now, for that, we're going to go ahead and go down. There was a huge bump in the market at once. It just said, and then it fell back down. But MicroCloud Hologram decided just to go down. We have not received news. All we know is that there's going to be a reverse split, and people are thinking, oh, there's going to be a pop. Well, this is what's funny, is that MicroAlgo and also MicroCloud Holograms, they move similarly on the same days. If it pops like February 13th, it'll pop for MicroAlgo, and so both of them go up to a certain. Now, do you make money or do you lose? Now, typically it's in the span of about a week that this happened. But what I'm telling you is that the past isn't what should dictate the present, because in October we've never seen this before. So what is going on? Now, what the biggest question is market cap. Like I said, my voice is going away. Market cap should be a gigantic concern. It went from 150 million at the market cap to 89,000, million. And if I double check, let me go ahead and go on here. This is a different one. Let me double check here. Give me 1 second. 83 million. So we're going down steadily. And by the end of the week, I think we're probably going to be around the 75 million. 70 million, and that's ridiculous. So if you guys shout out to this YouTuber that I watch, and I really like his, I don't like shouting out people until I get a feel, but Trending Stocks on YouTube, shout out to this individual. If you watch them, you know, go to the video. I say go subscribe, because their opinion on stocks is from two sides. I'm a holder of Holo, so I look at it at both sides. I want it to win. It would be idiotic if I'm sitting here like, hey man, let it fall, let it fall. You got individuals that are out here telling you to buy this stock. Oh, it's gonna pump, it's ready, it's this is the technicals. Look at MicroCloud Hologram is defying all technicals. It moves when it wants, and it does what it wants. So if you're sitting here telling people to buy, well, number one, you shouldn't be in a position unless you're a financial advisor, which I'm not. But I say, hey, be wary, do your own research. And this is the thing, anytime I tell you guys what I invest in, I show you that there's news behind it. I've already explained yesterday that it's emotions. When it comes down to the stock market, it's about emotions. People want to be attached. They want to be like, oh snap, okay, this one's on the move, so I have FOMO and I want to see it climb. And a lot of times we're trapped into it. It even climbed to 70 cents and I was making money. But I decided no, I thought it was going to keep going. But unfortunately, my greed is what took me away. So, when it comes down to the reverse stock split, I already broke this down. We don't know the reality of it. It's in October. We never seen this before. Now, it could be that this company wants to go ahead and do it not in October. It lines up with earnings. Maybe earnings is going to be so bad that it's going to mess up their plan. So they rather get out before they have to. They're going to get out before like the Fed gets in. There's a possibility that they're doing some great stuff. I'm not really relying on that. It's a possibility that they prefer to do it before the presidential election, because determining on which president gets in, tariffs can go up next year. It's a lot of things. Also, conversion notes have to be completed by 2025 or honored or something like that. That's where I say for more of the technical stuff, go to Trending Stocks. So when it comes down to it, MicroCloud Hologram is one of the most disrespectful companies. I don't care if they got the biggest secret out there. It is the most disrespectful company towards investors, even small to large investors. And that's why it's not moving. Nobody trusts this company. And that's pathetic. That is honestly pathetic. Even if you're a scam, you still do something. They don't do nothing. They don't put earnings. They file and say, you know what, we're a Chinese company. We don't have to really put out our stock or something. And you know what's crazy is I had an individual that told me, oh, you shouldn't be emotional about it. It's just one bad day. No, I saw something on the horizon 2 weeks ago. You can go back to that video, and I already talked about this. 2 weeks ago, I explained my problem in this. I explained that my biggest concern was that we're not going to see an upside. Monday was supposed to be the first 2 weeks of September was a placeholder for the best news to get Holo, the big investors, to move. Not at the end of February. Let me explain why. The reason why is because, unfortunately, you know, the 1% know statistically that September, the last 2 weeks, there's a dog, what the heck? The last 2 weeks of September are horrible. October kind of follows that pattern, gets better after the election. But I said the first 2 weeks of September was because it was the best opportune time. It was the best opportune time. Any company that has the biggest news should have done it in September. It's the most volatile. It started off a little rocky, but it could have been Holograms time. So for those that say, look, it's bound to pump. It's bound to pump. It's bound to pump. When you, yes, my titles are clickbaity a little bit, but when you get into this video, you get the real. And there's no news. When I recommend you a stock, I haven't recommend Holo. I don't recommend, people ask me, I got a question. If you're watching this from this far, I got in at 74 cents. Should I just lose it? No, I mean, at this point, just look at it as a sunken cost. Or do you believe there's going to be a reverse split? And do you think there's a pump? If you believe in that, then stick with it. I do believe that there's going to be a reverse split. There's going to be a pump. But there's going to be complications in all this. It's never easy. Stop. Like, throughout my life, like this whole entire week, or even just this whole entire time in the stock market, I have won and I have lost. And I'm like, man, there's a certain amount of money that I need in order for me just to get where I want to be. It's not a whole lot. It's just enough for me to get where I want to be. But it seems like I'm almost there, but something's telling me to stop. Nah, you ain't getting there. No, you need, no, So the last thing I ever want to do is get out of something. I'd rather watch it crash and burn than get out of something that then I have to kick myself for because I got out of it. MicroCloud hologram, if you bought it in March, April, May, June, July, any of these months, especially even last month, August, you bought it with no news, with no information, with previous notions of it popping one day. And this is the thing, if you had the foresight, like I should have had the foresight, oh dang, why are these sudden things happening? Reverse stock split. Oh, okay, so it dips and then boom, oh, so I should wait until it goes down here and then wait for the news of a reverse stock split. Oh, and then, oh snap, and then MicroCloud kind of follows the same path. Oh, okay, all right. But unfortunately, if I had done a little bit more research before I convicted myself into this stock, I would have came out ahead. So for everybody that is watching, don't take YouTubers for face value. I'm a YouTuber, but I'm a blue collar man with that does truck driving. I got money coming in, thank God, knock on wood. So any losses I learn from, and I capitalize on my winners. But in the Discord, we already got somebody that's providing value. We got individuals talking, providing value. And like I said, I will monetize the Discord, because this is something where, man, you pay $5 to get into the Discord, you make 1,000. That's crazy. Look, and let me get a little real quick. We're in finances, right? We're in finances right now. We're talking about this stuff, but A lot of individuals want the information, not knowing that it comes at a cost, regardless if the information comes at a cost that you created or somebody else. I have bought other content creators' items. I have supported other content creators. I have donated to other content creators that have changed my life. Because what they did was provide such a amount of value. I'm not saying you do not have to pay me. You don't. But I do want other people to understand that I'm not the person that's going to tell you to buy these stocks, and I don't own them. I can't tell you to buy these stocks. I'm not a financial advisor. I will tell you what I'm doing, the results I get, and if you want to replicate it, that's up to you. But this is the thing, I don't want to see people lose, but I don't want people to come in here and they ruin it for everybody in the Discord that we're having a good time. That's why I'm saying I give a 3-month allotment. 10 years from now, I know I'm gonna still be on here. 10 years from now, it'll be gone. I gotta get, like I said, I gotta make this video. The fantasy penny stock football, I gotta make a video because I put it out there, somebody bought it, and now I gotta dedicate myself to that individual. If it's not but just one, you will see me. You will see me commit to. So I gotta go to the gym. I worked 13 hours today. I gotta go to the gym. Gotta work out for a good, let's say about an hour and a half. Finish up with the gym. I gotta get home. I'm gonna record that video. See, this is the thing. I have that conviction to let you guys know. Clear communication. And that's how it should be. I shouldn't be a distant figure to you. That's not what a community is. People talking about, oh, you Discord, you know, they don't like, you know, and you'll see my technicals and you'll see. No, I'm not a genius, but what I do know is that there are plenty of geniuses out there that can come in one spot and make it a nice spot. We're talking about all different kind of things on this Discord. Money, stocks might bring us together, but yet we can find a deeper meaning in Familia de Dinero. Doesn't matter how big it can get, but this is the thing. Understand, from now on, it's no man's land. I said that. It's no man's land. There's no promises of going up. There's no promise of it going down. But one thing that you got to be for sure is a conviction, and don't blame anybody else for what you did. So if you bought in at 74 cents and you want to hold till it goes down to 0, that is your choice. You can sell, move it somewhere else. But is there anything else better? Yeah, there probably is, but it's not going to give you the returns of money that you're asking for. And I'm going to repeat this from what's it called? From now on, I know that it might hurt views, and I'm fine with that. We're going to be moving on to more success, more topics, different stocks that are actually providing value. Until I see a drastic change in Holo, this will be my last video until we see what happens after the reverse split. But this is my final thing saying about it. Reverse split, dip, I might buy, I might not. And then we'll see where it goes. But I already said this, the first 2 weeks of September, I'm done. It's over. Because unfortunately, it was the best opportunity time. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate everybody that is joining the Discord, liking the video, subscribing to join the journey and taking a detour towards wealth. Thank you, seriously, thank you. And if you made it this far, comment down below. Either are you holding Holo, or are you letting it go? Be real. I'll be interested. Thank you guys so much. I'll catch you in the next one. Familia de Dinero. Adios.